Hi everyone, how are you doing? I know school is still closed and some of the things that you love to do, such maybe as team sports or music lessons or hanging out with your friends, isn't happening right now, and that really stinks. But maybe you're finding some new ways to do some of the things that you love to do, or finding ways to be with the people that you like to hang out with, and that's okay. So we know last Sunday was Easter, and on Easter, Jesus rose from the dead, and that was amazing. But what happened after he rose from the dead? Where did he go? Did he go right up to heaven to be with God? What did he do? Well, he did a bunch of really cool things. The first thing he did was he visited his disciples. Now, they had just seen their dearest friend, someone they loved, die, and they were so upset and they were so scared. And then seeing him alive again, it must have blown their minds. They probably were so happy. Well, one of the disciples wasn't with them. And when he was told that, hey, you missed it, we saw Jesus, we talked to Jesus, this guy said, no way, I don't believe it. It's not true. Till I see Jesus face to face, till I can touch his wounds from the nails when he hung on the cross, I'm not going to believe it was him. I don't think you're telling the truth. Seeing is believing, right? Well, speaking of seeing is believing, I have something I want to show you. I have two paper clips. If I told you that I could connect these paper clips, would you believe that I could do it? Well, let's see. This is actually easy. There, I did. All right? I told you I could do something, and you saw that I was able to do it. Now, what if I told you that I could connect these paper clips, but without touching them? Would you believe I could do that? That's a little bit more challenging. Well, I can do it. And in order to show you this, I've got my friend George right here. So sometimes when we want to know if something is true or if something happened, we have to see it in order to believe. But in this case, where you see two paper clips right here and right here, I am going to attach them and not touch them, just like I said I would. And I did. Okay? So is it true that we have to see something in order to believe it? Well, let's find out. We'll continue with our story. So Thomas was the name of the guy that wasn't in the room when Jesus first visited the disciples. And he said, I don't believe it, I don't believe it. Well, the next time the disciples were all together, guess what? Jesus showed up. And he went over to Thomas and he said, Thomas, I am here. You can touch my wounds on my hands. Thomas did that. And then he was like, oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. You are real. You are here. I'm seeing you. He must have been embarrassed and probably felt bad that he didn't believe Jesus. But Jesus did a really cool thing. He said, Thomas, because you have seen me, you believe. But blessed are those people who have not seen, but yet believe. Who could those people be? Well, those people are us. Right? We haven't physically seen Jesus. I know I haven't physically seen Jesus, but we can believe that he is still with us, right? We can believe that he still exists, right? And we have here the book, the Holy Bible, and in this book, there's stories about Jesus. So we can believe that he was a real person and that he died and he rose from the dead and he's still with us today. And we can believe by just things all around us. I mean, take a walk outside and you look at a beautiful sunset or a rainbow after a storm, or there's signs of spring everywhere. So, can we be in prayer together? Dear God, thank you for your love. Help us to believe in things we cannot see. Thank you for Jesus. In his name, amen. So we're going to learn more things about what Jesus did before he did go up to heaven to be with God. But in the meantime, I'm thinking of you and sending you hugs. And everything's going to be okay. Things will get better. How do I know that? Because I believe in Jesus.